Owners of Samsung's 2024 Q990D, Q800D, and S801D models have a big and annoying problem. Here's what to do if your soundbar is affected. I'm Elon Osborne, and this is Acoustically Speaking Breaking News Edition. Part of the beauty of modern tech is that fixes, enhancements, and improvements are just a firmware or software update away. But the flip side of this is that a flawed software update can introduce new problems that can even brick or render inoperable your fancy gear in the blink of an eye. The best or worst, most recent example of software updates gone wild is the update that Sonos pushed out to its users last spring, which broke some very basic functionality. Samsung Electronics appears to be having its Sonos moment after a recent firmware update that caused some of its best soundbars, including the 2024 flagship Q990D, the Q800D, and the S801D, to completely stop working. The culprit appears to be the version 1020.7 update, which first became available to Samsung soundbar owners earlier this month. Many owners who opted into installing the firmware update OTN or over the network, or who had set their soundbars to install updates automatically, have reported their soundbars froze on the eARC input and stopped being responsive to the remote or SmartThings app. The units also stopped outputting any sound, which is kind of important for a soundbar. Some owners who opted to install the update by downloading it to a USB drive and updating it via USB have reportedly avoided the issue. Physical media for the win, am I right? Samsung reps have since acknowledged the problem, and the news isn't good. At this point, the company is not offering a user-applicable software fix neither over the network nor via USB drive. The company recommends affected users to bring or ship their soundbar into Samsung or an authorized Samsung dealer in order to address the problem. Maddie, shut up! Samsung has confirmed to The Verge that a software update error is responsible for disabling certain 2024 soundbar devices, per a statement from Jim Kitchik, head of audio at Samsung Electronics America. Kitchik says that Samsung is offering free repairs for all affected units, regardless of warranty status. Affected customers can initiate a repair or service request on the Samsung website at the following URL: www.samsung.com/us/support/service. If you purchased your soundbar at a local brick-and-mortar store like Best Buy, for example, you can also contact them to see if they can perform the repair locally. But I think we can all agree it's definitely a good time to disable the automatic updates on any 2024 Samsung soundbar if you haven't done so already. However, Samsung has stated that they have pulled the problematic update from the system, so it should not affect users who have not yet downloaded or installed the update. Though it is rare, procrastination can sometimes help in this modern digital era. Samsung's community forums, Reddit, and AVS forum are filled with rather angry complaints from owners who have chimed in that once the firmware update was downloaded to their device, they became unusable and no factory reset has worked. Users of the Samsung SmartThings app report zero success accessing the soundbars in that manner. This issue appears to cross regional boundaries and is not limited to the United States or even North America. Complaints are also starting to come in from outside the US and Canada. Users in the Philippines, Malaysia, Austria, and other markets are also reporting these issues with the HWQ990D, Q800D, and S801D models. Last week, Samsung told What Hi-Fi that it was investigating the cause of the issue and taking immediate action to resolve the firmware error. Apparently, that investigation led to the conclusion that a physical fix to the unit would be required by Samsung or Samsung authorized technicians. Can you imagine the exasperation of Best Buy employees when thousands of customers walk into their local locations to get their soundbars fixed? But also, what about those who purchase their soundbars from Crutchfield or Amazon online and have to send them back in the box? Who's going to take care of them? Well, we suggest starting with Samsung's support request form and going from there. In short, Samsung's repair department better brew a lot of coffee. Late hours in Q2 may be on the horizon. And that wraps up this breaking news edition of Acoustically Speaking. Are you currently a Samsung customer dealing with this issue? Please let us know in the comments how things are going with your repair. For more breaking news and information about what's going on in the world of hi-fi, home theater, gadgets, wearables, and tech, bookmark ecoustics.com now. Until next time.